Welcome to 3 Steps. This is the last in the 3-part interview series with Adam Hibble. And this one we're discussing a huge topic, fatherhood. Being a dad. He's a dad, man. Yeah, so what all comes with that? What's involved with being a father? And we're going to be discussing his views on thriving and how important play is in thriving to him. We're also going to be discussing the 3 steps, his advice, his cheat codes, his things that he tells a younger version of himself how to get where he is faster. And so, let's get into it.
So yeah, man, dad, you're a dad, dude. That's pretty cool. How you liking it?
I love it, and it's certainly it's not at all what I expected. It's all about when I'm in the place of I'm concerned with how are things going to happen, how to get something done, am I taking care of myself, like all that stuff. It's hard to really see what's happening. Meaning watching Maya growing up, and Maya's 8, or she's almost turning 9.
Yeah.
It's hard to notice all the beauty of being in the moment with Suzette, my wife, being in the moment with Maya, and playing and engaging with her in a way that really brings meaning and fun to life.
Yeah.
And then there are times where, shit's hitting the fan. Wife's got all these questions and dilemmas, and she wants to she wants to move somewhere else, and she wants to do this new job, and Maya's having, not getting along with girls at school, or, they've got all their own stuff, and then I've got all my own stuff. And there are times where if I'm not being present, and if I'm not taking time for myself, meditating and really getting clear about my own being and how to be present, that gets overwhelming. Yeah. And that's when parenting is like, why did I do this? Right?
Yeah, totally.
And in the times where I am spending the time to handle that top third of what my priorities and values are, I have the wherewithal to actually be with them in such a way that there's so much value and appreciation there. And those are the times, and I get to pick, like, how much time do I want to really be present, or how much time do I want to be in this, the crazy chaos.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting much value when I'm choosing to be in chaos.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting a ton of value when I'm running my basic practices and getting to really be with them.
Yeah.
And again, time is just going like this.
Yeah.
Like this is the point where you realize, like, there is no end game. There's nothing I'm trying to. There's things I still want to accomplish, things I want to create, things that I want to make better.
Right.
But that's only 5% of the game. It's like 95% of the game is actually, am I enjoying the space that I'm in?
Yeah.
And am I getting to enjoy it?
So that brings up a good next question, which is thriving. What does thriving mean to you?
Yeah, well, I think what I just said is really all about thriving. Is there much else to add to thriving? Your priority list and values were this long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Once you're really becoming masculine adult, you realize that somewhere around the top third is really what counts. I saw this guy with a t-shirt on that said, the point of playing games is to play.
Right.
Whereas in these times, especially if you look at, like, modern entertainment right now, most of the message is the point of playing games is to win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
But winning is, like, so fleeting.
Yeah.
If you're not playing, you're not thriving.
Yeah.
If you're just looking to win,
you're caught up in
you're never going to feel success.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're always chasing the next thing, and
I get caught there.
Oh yeah.
So often, like, I gotta win in this thing. I gotta win in this thing, and then 4 weeks goes by, and maybe I got that thing, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But 4 weeks went by, and I don't really have a real salient memory or experience of enjoying those 4 weeks.
Yeah, of doing the pleasure of doing the damn deed. Yeah.
Right.
So if you could say 3 things to your younger self, you can give 3, do these 3 things to shortcut, crib notes, whatever, to become the man you wanted to be, or to thrive in life, or to be more confident in your world. What are the 3 things that you would tell that younger you?
You'll get a lot. Okay, Adam, you'll get a lot more from investing in yourself and learning about your being and what's important to you through meditation and other practices than you will from learning little tricks or ideas along the way that can get you what you want.
You've used that word a couple times now, and you've said practices. So could you define that, what that means?
Meditation's a good practice. I hear this a lot in getting better for sports. Particularly, I play disc golf a lot, and there's one guy that says it's all about isolation, practice, and preparation. And I think about that a lot. Like, a good practice for me is like spending 10 minutes a day walking in a place by myself, or longer, but walking in a place where I'm not inundated by all the other things going on around me, and just walking, specifically maybe in some place beautiful. It really works for me to be in nature.
Yeah.
And letting the chat its way out.
Yeah.
And get to the point where I'm just noticing like the chatter's just kind of like passing like cars, and I'm getting to this place where it's, I'm kind of in the quiet zone, and then taking my day on from that place. So meditation, nature walks, carving out time and spending time talking to people about asking about them, what's going on with them, and then asking them, what do they think about this, that, or the other as it relates to my life. Those are valuable practices. Men's teams. Feeling willing to go and try new things, new workshops, new courses that might scare me or expand, because I know it would expand my being and take me out of my comfort zone. Those are great practices.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
And you get 2 others you want to share?
2 other what? Practices?
2 other things you could tell your younger self what you could do.
So what have we covered? We've covered the 95% of the value is really in the slowing down and finding out what works for you and what you want versus what can you gain or learn to get what you want.
Yeah, the new trick thing doesn't
Right.
work, but actually just slow down and know yourself better. That's really a good one.
This is one that's kind of been valuable to me over time, I think, is I always thought I had to make a decision and just then do it my way and push on through. And it's taken me a long time to realize that what really works is to spend time thinking about something before making a decision.
Yeah.
And to really bring others into the consideration. So asking other men, asking my wife, being considerate of others. That's taken a long time for me to get clear about. Like, that's a major key component for moving forward on decisions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Thanks.
If I'd had it when I was younger, fuck. Right.
It also makes whatever I'm trying to do a lot more successful when I haven't done things in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Or, put it all together, tried to put it all together in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, having more detail and having more insight and more awareness to have a bigger picture before you make a snap decision. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's just definitely spent a lot of time in our youth doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
jumping first and figuring it on the way down, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, totally. So one more for your younger self. What would be another thing you'd give?
Make sure you're having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun is secondary. It's the second thing in line for whatever you're doing primary.
Yeah.
Put your attention on the primary thing, but make sure you're having fun along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suffering's optional, bitches.
Right. Exactly.
It's totally optional. Right on. Anything else you'd like to share for? So I feel like we're getting a good place to wrap up here.
No, this was great. This has been fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for watching. That's the last one in the Adam Hibble interview series. And if you like what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications, and by all means, join us in our community. Come on to the Facebook group, 3 Steps Conclave, and join us in the conversation on Sunday from 7 to 9. And I'll be there to answer questions about what you've watched, and we'll build a community here. All right, take care. See you next Monday.